And High School Sports Live is proud to present the Mid-Penn Championships live at Milton Hershey High School tonight. It is the Boys Championship featuring Shippensburg and Cedar Cliff. Tonight's broadcast is made possible by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, Pat Flannery, head coach at Bucknell for 14 years, national championship coach with Lebanon Valley College. And on the other side, Jeff Thompson here tonight as we are getting ready for the boys championship game here this evening. Two teams in here. Shippensburg has had an outstanding run in the Colonial Conference this year. They're at 18-2 right now. On the other side at 18-4, Cedar Cliff, a team that thought they might not even be here about a week ago, and guess what happened? Funny thing happened on the way to the game. A little over a week ago, Palmyra lost in their final regular season game. Cedar Cliff in here tonight, and their girls have already won a championship. They're trying to make it two for the Colts here this season. They're at 18-4 out of the Keystone. They are the champions there. And we start out here tonight, first of all, with Cedar Cliff, the visiting team, and Tyler Hauser. We watched him put on a show last week, Pat Flannery, a guy who really, really works hard. 6'9", averaging 20 points a game. He's been a little under the weather, though, this week. Well,
Tyler Hauser getting about 20 points a game. Little brother Justin was one that was a little sick this weekend. Coming back, we expect tonight. But everybody needs to look at Charlie Werner, possibly back tonight. Mike Armanini back tonight, possibly. We hear they might be going. So there's a little uncertainty, and certainly we're the last ones that are going to tell whether they're playing or not.
That's exactly right, Coach. They're not going to give that up until game time when you see somebody walk out on the floor. On the other side, you've got Anthony Smith tonight, who is an outstanding player. He's heading to University of Minnesota on a football scholarship next year. Some people thought he might not play this season. Guess what? Here he is, and he's the real deal, Jeff.
Oh, he is definitely the real deal. He's the strongest player I've seen this year. He carves out space for offensive rebounds. If Cedar Cliff plays them zone, which they may start in zone, he will get every rebound. They have to go man-to-man just to be able to check him out.
They got some other players that go with him tonight, too, including the player of the year the last couple of years in the Mid-Penn.
Jaden Statham, a guard. He's outstanding. He hurt his arm a little bit in the last game, but he's the reigning player of the year in the Mid-Penn division. He can get it into the lane and really put it up. And don't sleep on number 24, Jeremy Thomas. He's getting better and better. He rebounds, he goes to the hole hard, and he's a coach's son.
It's a team that's not going to shoot a lot of threes, but again, you have the coach's son out there, the extension on the floor. On the other side, look at the Cedar Cliff team. We had a chance to see them the other week. They showed some great promise even without two players that were starters. They may have them back tonight. We're not sure yet, but this is a team that plays with a lot of heart, and we're looking for that again here tonight.
And they absolutely are. And I think the one thing to say about Cedar Cliff when you're looking at how they're going to play this is the three kids from Shippensburg have about 80% of their free field goal attempts. There's three kids on that. So Cedar Cliff really has to identify them, make somebody else beat them. I think that's going to be critical, and change some defenses up to make sure you keep those three guys off balance.
Two coaches that know what they're doing. Ty Sabercool on one side for Cedar Cliff. On the other side, another veteran, Ray Staver. Both these coaches, outstanding coaches. You're going to see a lot of good stuff happen on the floor here this evening.
Well, Ray's been down at Shippensburg for a long time, and we battled very many times. He is an excellent tactician, and he runs a pretty tight ship, and he's been doing it for a lot of years. And Ty, of course, the pride of Perry County.
And Ty is a guy who likes people to do certain things a certain way on and off the court. And he is kind of a nut about that. In fact, he has one lady who's a manager over there for them and said she has to make him Eggs Benedict on game day every day. So I guess when he goes to school, it's something to look forward to on game day. A little Eggs Benedict, who knows? He's hoping to stir up a few little eggs here tonight that might lead to a gold medal. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back here. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ferentinos.
And I'm Steve Ferentinos.
And we're the owners of Valley Bistro. Valley Bistro is a modern bistro located in Enola, Pennsylvania.
We're open 7 days a week from 7 to 2. We offer indoor and outdoor seating. We have a catering facility for all your needs.
We have been clients with Capital Region Insurance Agency for 2 years. When we first met Warren and Logan, we realized that we were undercovered. They were able to assess our needs and provide us with the proper coverage we needed for our restaurant. The program they provided us reduced our premiums and enhanced our coverage. They even went as far as to complete all the paperwork we needed, cancel our other policy, and make everything a completely smooth transition.
In our experience, we usually have used other agencies, and it would take days and hours to get back to us, whereas with CRIA, they immediately get back to us within minutes. CRIA has the best customer service, and that's what separates them from other agencies in the area.
When you choose to go with CRIA, you're choosing to buy a promise that, God forbid anything would happen to your business, they will be right there for you. Shopping for insurance is never easy and usually a lengthy process, but when it comes to CRIA, they're the ones to get it done for you. Choose them, you won't regret it.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
The Mikan drill is a foundational drill that I teach all young players that sign up for my class. This drill teaches players to finish around the basket while using proper footwork. It's important for players to use the right hand on the right side and the left hand on the left side. I teach players to shuffle their feet and get low while exploding into the layup. Squaring feet and squaring shoulder is the key to consistency and timing around the basket. The Mikan drill is a foundational drill for every young player to learn in my class.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor, featuring Case Construction, paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And it's the boys championship game here tonight for the Mid-Penn at Milton Hershey High School. All brought to you by the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. And there you see your officials for tonight: Tom Marpo, Rick Staines, and Jerry Hocker, who's also an ACC football official as well. But the introductions going right now: Jeremy Thomas, Anthony Smith, Jaden Statham. You got a big guy in there, Anthony Smith. Take a look. He's going to Minnesota. That's a man among men right there. And they are ready to get it going here. Shippensburg coming to the game at 18-2, 18-4 on the other side. The champions of the Keystone Division, Cedar Cliff, Colonial Division for Shippensburg. They've had an unbelievable season. Both these teams ready to do some battle later on in the District 3 championships, but that is not on their minds right now. A gold medal for tonight is what's there for Pat Flannery.
Well, one of the things I always look at, I think is big, is experience. And these 3 kids from they're big guys for Shippensburg. They're 12th graders. They've been through it. They won a crown, and this is their night. They can get it. They're going to leave it out here.
You got some size on the floor here. Smith is going to control the tap, or is he? Look at the hustle here. And we saw that all last week from Aiden Fry, and he does it again here and shows he's in to play hustle in this game.
He almost stole one.
So with the basketball now, handling the ball is Jaden Statham.
Starting man-to-man.
Okay, the weight program at Shippensburg is working well.
Kicking in.
Look at these guys. They're strong. Stole them right there. And ahead it goes to Fry, and Fry in for a quick 2. And Aiden Fry in for 2 off a great steal by Sam Grube.
Extended the defense a little bit, get a hand in the passing lane, get a little deflection. Grube is long. He's long. Kid,
Quick pull up, and then off the hands, out of bounds of.
A lot is going to be determined by Shippensburg shot selection, and Cedar Cliff has to do a job on the boards.
Long shot, corner, not going to go. Rebound yanked down inside, or actually away, and then picked up finally by Trayvon Cater. Ahead it comes. Big guy shooting from far side. Hauser with it. Off the missed shot from Smith.
Cedar Cliff won't mind that, guys.
Cedar Cliff's very happy to see number 1 back on the floor tonight, Charlie Warner. He is the glue that puts this team together. There's a great screen, weak side, up, missing on the angle. Hauser with a rebound. Hauser back up strong. Hauser bangs it on home, and Tyler Hauser with his first deuce of the night. Cedar Cliff with the early lead, 4-0.
Cedar Cliff start 4 out, 1 in, and their 4 kids on the perimeter are all similar. Quick, handle the basketball, can cut against Shippensburg size.
This matchup's going to be fun to watch all night. As Smith in, he's not going to get it. Just missed the easy layup. That wasn't anything that Hauser did, and Hauser gets the rebound. Tell you what, you play behind him all night, he's going to lean on you all evening long. Inside it goes again. Up, not going to go. That was intimidation that time from Anthony Smith, forcing Hauser to actually have to change his trajectory, something he normally doesn't have to do at 6'9".
They gave each other one. Ooh.
How about that hard move to the basket by Statham? Talk about ball control up through contact.
Yeah, looks like he's playing with a tough shoulder, but certainly the way his strength is, he's going to get in those gaps.
1-3-1 coming back here. There's Hauser. Hauser going up strong. Hauser using his body, gets up into Smith, and Hauser misses the layup, but he'll go to the line, and a foul on Smith. His first, team first. Hauser heading to the line for his first free throws of the night. And Hauser, for the season, a 67% free throw shooter.
That's a great matchup, those two bigs, isn't it?
It really is. And I liked how Hauser put his body up into Smith there to try to get the good shot.
And it sure didn't look out front like anybody was surprised by the 1-3-1. So these guys are going to know each other, what they're going to see.
Tyler Hauser misses the first one. He'll get number 2 right here. Second one's up, and that one is good. He rattles it down. And a 4-2 lead here. Make that 5-2 now for Cedar Cliff in the early going. Gary Sutton, Pat Flannery, Jeff Thompson with you. You see Ty Saberpool working his defense over there for Cedar Cliff. Good hands in there for the Colts. Jump ball on the floor, nope. They get it back outside, and here's Statham. Statham so strong with the basketball. Tough move there, Hauser with a rebound.
Good help side defense. They're not letting him get in the lane.
Back in man-to-man now. Here's Charlie Warner with the basketball. Jump shot along the baseline, and Hauser in for 2 more. Hauser with 5 points in the game.
Little circle offense, replacing Cutter. Big kid with a little baseline jumper.
Shippensburg with the basketball. Standing room only here tonight at Milton Hershey. The tipped away again. Tell you, between Fry and Grube, they have their hands in on an awful lot of plays defensively.
Yeah, and you could throw Smith and Werner in there too.
Trenton Smith, very active all the time, and here is Smith right now, and he's got a matchup to respect tonight. Oh, big time move inside. Smith not going to get on the other end is Smith. And here goes Hauser, and Hauser up strong, and Hauser in with the left hand.
Coast to coast.
Big guy, showing he can handle the basketball. He took about 3 dribbles down the floor. He covered a lot of distance.
Wow, VMI likes to see that.
How about a timeout here? Coach Ray Staver says, I don't like that at all. It's 9-2. This is High School Sports Live TV. The Mid-Penn Championships back after this.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Plays physical. I like that.
That was a hit.
Welcome back, Milton Hershey High School. It's the Mid-Penn Boys Championship, and the early lead goes to Cedar Cliff and Jeff Thompson. Hauser has been tough so far.
Well, he's got 7 points and 5 rebounds. Right now, he's winning the matchup of the bigs. What a matchup that is.
I think you're about to see a big matchup here with him on defense. As Smith down there, he's guarding him. Smith steps outside, and now he's going to take it himself to the basket. Look at the big guy go. He misses another layup. Hauser in front of him, and Smith right back, and that's what he can do is stay on the offensive glass. Smith sticks it back. Hauser with a foul.
Well, I'm sure out of that timeout, Coach Davis said, this is going one place and one place only. We're not leaving the floor, that end of the floor, until Smith gets inside.
It was interesting how he did it, though. He didn't keep him in the low post. He brought him out to the high post and let him drive with a big man. And Smith finishes off the three the tough way.
And isn't that the day and age right now, where big step outside, they shoot the three and they handle. Back to the 1-3-1. With their fallen man.
Kicks it back out. Charlie Warner has it. Both these teams we're just seeing some great coaching here, as you would expect. Charlie Warner goes up, and that is swatted out of there by Trayvon Cater. Says, not tonight, Charlie.
Yeah, good-looking athlete.
Here's Smith. Smith has it blocked away. This time by Jeremy Thomas. Another look. This one finally buried, and a beautiful, sweet shot outside by Aiden Fry for a three. He's got 5.
Again, you talk about playing through things. There's 2 blocks, and they end up with an open 3.
Look at Smith. He might have gotten called for a charge there. Didn't do it. And I'll tell you what, Hauser goes down quickly. Cedar Cliff back on the other end. Charlie Warner pulls it back. They're going to reset it. Hauser lets it go. Hauser with a 3. Yeah. Hauser with 10 points here in the first quarter. Still 3:19 to go. And a 10-point lead for Cedar Cliff. You're going to get a block called here, and a good call by the official, as the block's going to be called against number 2, Hayden Fry.
Well, I agree with you, and that's unusual. The 3 of us agreed that was definitely a block.
Just had a corner of the body right there, but man, Hauser coming down and burying the 3, as you see Ty Sabercole here chatting with the official. I think he wanted the charge. Shot is going to be up and good from Jason Statham. That'll be his first free throw tonight. He has 3 points in the game.
They're going to have to take advantage of those open transition moves. Keep playing with that confidence.
Second shot from Statham, no good. So a 9-point lead here in the early going.
Jaden Statham hit that lane hard.
Good movement of the basketball here. Pull it back out. Cedar Cliff.
Excellent set.
Staying within themselves.
Screen and rescreen.
Hauser again. He's got a hot hand, and this time he misses. Battling up there, though, is that guy you're talking about a moment ago, Mr. Smith. Trenton Smith. Back up it goes. A little running one-hander from Aiden Fry. I think that's Sam Groob, rather. And Groob with a tough shot there. Anticipated the block and threw it over him.
You know how happy is Cedar Cliff to have Werner back. He definitely steadies them when you see them with and without him. He's such a steady influence.
Colts with an 11-point lead right now. Here's Cater. A little bit of a running one-hander, not going to go. You're going to get a foul on the stick back, though. And so far, the stick backs are going to be a key here for Shippensburg. You got to keep them off the glass.
Yeah, we said from the get-go, you're going to have to rebound against them. Where their perimeter shooting is going to come from.
Foul is going to be marked up against Sam Groob. That's his first. It'll be the team 3rd against Cedar Cliff.
Perimeter shooting isn't their long card.
No.
See Jeremy Thomas here is going to miss his first free throw. Thomas on the season, 61% from the free throw line. Left-hander lets the second one go, and that one sweet, as Thomas will knock that down, and they pull it back within 11 here. 2:21 to go in the first quarter. 1-3-1 zone coming back this time for Shippensburg. Greyhounds, and look out. And very quickly, nice steal off the hands of Jason Statham. 5 points in the game, and back it comes now to
quick hands. Attack with a purpose.
Scorekeeper a little bit off here. We'll try to get that up for you in a moment. Charlie Warner, his first shot of the game, and how about that? Warner said, I might have been out for a few games, but I can still knock him down. And Warner with a 3. Timeout on the floor. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey. our post-training expert.
The micing drill is a foundational drill that I teach all young players that sign up for my class. This drill teaches players to finish around the basket while using proper footwork. It's important for players to use the right hand on the right side and the left hand on the left side. I teach players to shuffle their feet and get low while exploding into the layup. Squaring feet and squaring shoulders is the key to consistency and timing around the basket. The micing drill is a foundational drill for every young player to learn in my class.
And welcome back to Milton Hershey High School. Don't forget TPA AAU tryouts are coming this spring. Keep an eye out at www.tpahoops.com. And Advanced Hoops is offering a spring triple threat for kids 5 years old, the high school level, a great alternative to AAU, a special middle school boys spring league for 8th and 9th grade boys. To find out more, go to advancedhoops.com. Shippensburg with the basketball. They're down by 11, 1:45 to go in the first quarter, and they run the flex here. Looking to post over top. Then they get it back, put it back up, and finally drumming it home there is Irby Weller just into the game. He's got his first two of the night, again, courtesy of the stick back. Back in that 1-3-1 they come, Pat. Now they're going man-to-man, it looks like.
Irby's a good outside shooter.
Got to keep moving side to side, take that athleticism away, give an opportunity.
Good job of moving the basketball, and another good block by Jeremy Thomas.
Here comes Justin Hauser for Tyler.
So Justin back in there, it's 6'11". So you play 6'9" with 6'11", right? Sophomore for the junior.
Nice.
A little bit less bulk, though, going up against Smith.
See where it's got to be Shippensburg bread and butter here.
I think you go right inside the big guy. Good block away there by Hauser. Hauser trying to hold his own, but up and out it goes. And there's Smith again, just taking it away. And I tell you what, Anthony Smith is just a tower of power in there.
Yeah, you're gonna somebody get him low, somebody get him high.
Get a body on him somewhere. Going to Minnesota on a football scholarship next year. PJ is going to be a happy guy there. Now Cedar Cliff goes back into their motion offense. Spreading it out a little bit here, 20 seconds to go. Charlie Warner trying to create a little bit. Maybe trying to find Fry for a three.
Shippensburg has good length. They're long. They're so long every position.
There goes Warner. There's a screen by Hauser. Warner's going to get tied up right there. And the ball's going to stay with Cedar Cliff with 6.9 seconds to go. Kind of surprised maybe you don't get Tyler Hauser back in there, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Get your main scorer in there for his brother, and maybe get some kind of touch for him down inside.
Yeah, get a quick one.
He's matched up against Carter Funk for the moment. Here's Trenton Smith going hard in the basket. There's a shot from the corner. You get what you want. You didn't get it, but you got a good shot.
Good look.
20-13, the end of the first quarter in the Mid-Penn Championship game. Cedar Cliff leads it. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
Welcome back to Milton Hershey High School. It's the boys Mid-Penn Championship here on High School Sports Live TV. And Jeff Thompson, what do the stats tell us the first quarter?
Well, the stats are fairly even. Cedar Cliff's taken 6 threes and made 3 of them, and that's really the difference. There was an early salvo by Tyler Hauser, and Ship's starting to find their legs now.
Here's Ship with a basketball to start the second quarter. Down by 7 right here. They were down by 11 a moment ago. Good give and go there. An easy move down the lane and a sweet shot as Jeremy Thomas in for his first bucket of the game. He's got 3 now. Now they extend that 1-3-1 to a 1-2-2, Pat.
Very unselfish. Yes, they do.
Hauser had 10 points the first quarter, kicks it out. Charlie Warner, a pretty good shooter out there. Up in the air, missed it, batted around. Who's going to get it? Lots of hustle. Finally picked up and thrown it away is Sam Groove, who's trying to get Aiden Fry across court as he was being trapped.
If you can get Shippensburg spread out like that, Cedar Cliff needs that to be able to get good looks at it, because they match up pretty well with them one-on-one. Their size.
Now back in a 2-3 zone for Cedar Cliff.
Going to have to change up a little bit. Problem here is rebounding out of this. Got to get a body.
Long look for the corner. Good sweep miss.
Good box.
Hauser, good box out that time. Not a good sweep miss, by the way. I thought he was going to get the shot there. Bounced off the iron. So Cedar Cliff with it back. A lot of motion here. Good split that time. Fry to the corner. He's got Smith. Smith rattles it out. Yanked down by Jeremy Thomas.
Great patience, though. Give up one to get a better one. Good job in defensive transition for Cedar Cliff.
Ray Staver spreads it out, kind of a 1-4 low look. It's going to try to get the big guy inside. They double team him. Doesn't matter. He still gets a good shot, but he misses. Gets it back again. That's been a theme so far. And Anthony Smith continues to get offensive rebounds and stickbacks. He's got 7 points in the game.
Just so powerful.
7-0 Ship run right now. To close it to 3 points. They were down 20-9 at one point. Inside it comes to Hauser. He and Smith are going to have a heck of a match. If Hauser steps away that time, doesn't get that positive look to the basket.
Yeah, not attacking. A little bit of fade.
Thomas inside it goes. Good block there by Trenton Smith. And ooh, late call. They're going to call it on Hauser. So Smith got the block. Hauser got him from behind, it looked like. And for Hauser, that's his second foul. So now you got to weigh, are you going to keep him in there, especially with the girth of Smith, or are you going to maybe put his brother in?
Yeah, can't go too long without him.
Shot up good off the hands of Carter Funk. And he'll get another one here. And Ty Sabercole is really working the official over there about that last call. Having a great conversation. Doesn't look like anybody's too upset, but he's obviously very pointed. And second one up and good from Carter Funk to now close it to 1 point. So it is a 10-0 run right now for Shippensburg with 5:44 to go to the half.
You know, they ran into this last time we saw them play. You just can't go too long without your horses. And coach is taking a gamble right now. But in 2019, you can.
And here's a guy that's been hurt lately, but back on the floor now, Mike Armanini, who's a football player, number 45, seeing his first action here tonight. They come back into man-to-man now. They're switching back and forth between that zone and man, Pat.
Yeah, it looks like they might be going makes and misses.
Problem is for the younger Hauser now, he can't lean on the big guy the way his brother did. A little bit more of a light kind of look. Here's Aiden Fry again. Man, move without the basketball all the time. Aiden Fry is so valuable. He's got 7 points in the game. Back up to 3 it goes.
Well, sometimes when you take that middle and get somebody out of there, you get a little more movement. That's what happened to Cedar Cliff. They didn't know who to go to.
Back in that 2-3 zone now. I don't know that 2-3 is not a pretty good look here for them, although keeping it away from that guy, you're able to bunch up down there inside a bit and fight him off.
Excellent. Well, that came from the weak side. Looked inside to go to the big, and that wasn't blocked by Hauser. That was by a wing. So they're certainly paying attention to where he's at all times.
Coaching a college game, it's always so hard because so many recruits can shoot the basketball, but in high school, it seems like you want to find the non-shooter and maybe double off with him somewhere to help with the big guy inside.
Yeah, especially when you're in zone and there's not and that shooter's not in your area.
You're looking at Hauser, he's trying to post up down in there, but again, he's a little light. Ooh, in amongst the trees and not able to score that time was Armanini, but he got a good look.
Yeah, I'm sure coach would love to get the ball to young Hauser, but just physically right now.
There's Hauser probably getting away with a foul right here as Smith goes down. He was hurt. He was just pushed down on that one in a bang-bang play.
Well, he's been wearing that for a long time.
So that's one of those walks you really can't help.
Nope. We're getting a little zone out of bounds.
2-3 here. There you see Smith. You really have to drop off. You see Armanini, as soon as the ball's going away, he's coming down to help double team. So many times you want to see a good shooter and your best post player on the same side and make them have to make a decision.
Right. Again, they'll live with that.
Aiden Fry with another rebound. And man, Aiden Fry has been everywhere in this game so far. In it goes. Hauser hasn't taken it away, and look out. And he misses the dunk. And that was a tomahawk, and he just flat out missed it. I'm not sure what Ty Sabercole is asking here.
Well, look,
let's take a look.
In a transition, the guy was holding him off. He felt like he was holding him with an elbow. I don't know. I think he was running in front of him, but he did hold him off for a long time. He held off Smith.
I thought Anthony Smith was going to take the whole stanchion down.
And I'll tell you what, he was going to tomahawk that away, and that's 2 big points missed right there. 3-point game still as Cedar Cliff gets the ball back with 3:52 to go to half. Don't forget our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up at halftime. Well, I'll tell you, this kid out there, Irby Weller, has quick hands. He is up in the lanes everywhere.
Yeah, again, this team very quick with their hands. You get it every day. So I'm sure playing against each other, everybody that comes on there seems to be long.
Armanini takes the inbounds pass. Trenton Smith with it. 3:40 to go here. Cedar Cliff in no hurry right now.
They got to feel good where they're at.
How about that? He got a little walk, but you like what the big guy was trying to do.
Liked it, huh?
He shuffled him.
Yeah, he did.
Good job. He's using the basket to shield away the big guy, and a nice move. So, hey, you don't know if you can do it till you try it, right?
Well, he'll finish that one eventually.
I think you heard Mr. Smith's footsteps somewhere behind him on that one. Back in that 2-3 zone again.
And they just leave Smith on the lane there. Flash him to the middle. And go 4 out on the perimeter.
Now here you get him on the strong side with Thomas. Thomas, you would take the jumper. You got to guard Smith. Thomas misses a jumper, and as long as he misses it, you're okay.
Yeah, that's what Cedar Cliff wants to live a little bit with. That ball didn't go inside at all.
That's right. No touches on the big man. Charlie Warner kicking it back out. Here's Smith. Smith inside the house, can't handle it. Quickly back on the other end. Here comes Statham, and Statham up. He's going to miss. Smith got the rebound. He gets jammed underneath. Someone's got to foul him. There are about 4 players around him.
A little Euro step to the basket.
Shippensburg's had a lot of good shots they haven't made so far. They're not really getting in. They're getting inside. They're getting the shots they want, but they're missing a lot of blanks.
A couple of bunnies.
Well, they live on the offensive boards.
So here is Smith at the line. He's 1 of 1 so far.
The other thing Coach is doing for Ship is they're throwing a lot of guys in. He seems to be subbing a lot, and you know that's the energy you have to do when you're playing a team that runs a lot of motion.
So Smith's second shot coming up here. He's 1 out of 2 so far. Second shot is up, but he rolls that one home. So 2 out of 3 thus far tonight. 8 points in the game now for Anthony Smith, mostly due to his offensive rebounding.
Again, 1-3-1. Half court.
Got to have a guy in the middle, a guy baseline. Aiden Fry follows his pass right up through it. Aiden Fry in amongst the trees right now. Kicks it back out.
So quick. Stay. Try to really bring him up out of the middle there. There you go.
There's your look for the corner. That one is not going to go, but it comes off funny. Still picked up eventually by Jeremy Thomas. And there is Trent Smith. Look at Trent Smith never giving up on the play.
Baseline to baseline.
Right now, with when you think Tyler Hauser's on the bench, he had 10 points in the first quarter. He's your main scorer. Right now, working a little bit of 5 out here and handling the basketball, taking your time. When you have it, they don't.
Coach put them on the bench. They were up 2, and they're still up 2.
And he's pretty much got a number in mind right now. He's going to stay on the bench probably till the end of the half here. Look at Armanini. Armanini with a strong move. It's going to get fouled by Jeremy Thomas.
Showed a little skill there, putting the ball on the floor.
So Thomas with his first foul, team third in the first half here. 6 on the other side against Cedar Cliff as Armanini at the line. Armanini only a 43% free throw shooter for the season, and this one he gets the roll.
Sure, it's nice to have him back. That's a nice big body to have to be able to throw in there.
And let me give him a little more credit than that. I looked at the wrong number. How about 81% for the season? So big guy says, what do you mean 43? Take that twice. Hauser up. Hauser fouled. So the other Hauser, Justin Hauser, known right now as the other Hauser because he's a sophomore, his brother's a junior, or senior rather, going to the line here.
No, coach can't be happy about that box out. Nice touch.
67% free throw shooter for the year and makes it here. So Hauser with his first points of the night.
I'm really impressed with Charlie Werner. He's just righting this ship. When Tyler went out of the game, Charlie said, it's my ship now.
He just lets the game come. He plays within the game. He's smart. He just doesn't show anything.
Great distributor, knows when to take the shot.
Doesn't
knows
get excited.
To penetrate, yeah. Just a workman. I'll tell you what, Smith is not posted up as hard now. Oh, there he is. Stepped off a double stack that time. Here's Trent Smith, corner. Another good look. And who is it again answering the bell? It's Fry.
Yeah,
he's been dynamite here in the second quarter. He's got 9 points.
You know, the other thing, guys, is size, and I'm not sure he sees this size every night. I mean, not that he's a big physical kid, the younger Hauser, but that's size, and he's probably just not used to seeing that.
Cedar Cliff weathered that 11-0 run, and they've now regained the momentum here a bit and going off on their own run of 5 points right now. Here's Armanini. Shot up, good. That was not to be denied for Jeremy Thomas as he's worked his way inside. He's got 5 points.
Yeah, they're trying to run him to the mid-post, let him operate from there.
Trent Smith. Armanini gets it, gets trapped in the corner. Armanini over the top, looking for Hauser. You're going to get one here, up and in, easily off the turnover. And got a man down in the backcourt here. They're checking right now, I think, on Thomas. Statham now with 7 points in the game. Very quiet 7 points.
Yeah.
27.6 seconds to go here in the first half. We have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up, our AT&T first half highlights, and our Capital Blue Cross halftime stats coming up at halftime.
Thought they might try to get Tyler back in there for the last possession.
Fry looked up and saw Smith and said, I don't think so. Got a lot of smart basketball IQ right now in this team. Trapped in the corner is Fry. Fry finally gets to Charlie Warner. Charlie Warner missing the shot underneath. And that's going to be the first half. 27-24 at the half as Cedar Cliff leads it here in this big Mid-Penn championship game. Coming to you live on High School Sports Live. We have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up next on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Hi, I'm Jackie Ferentinos.
And I'm Steve Ferentinos.
And we're the owners of Valley Bistro. Valley Bistro is a modern bistro located in Enola, Pennsylvania.
We're open 7 days a week from 7 to 2. We offer indoor and outdoor seating. We have a catering facility for all your needs.
We have been clients with Capital Region Insurance Agency for 2 years. When we first met Warren and Logan, we realized that we were undercovered. They were able to assess our needs and provide us with the proper coverage we needed for our restaurant. The program they provided us reduced our premiums and enhanced our coverage. They even went as far as to complete all the paperwork we needed, cancel our other policy, and make everything a completely smooth transition.
In our experience, we usually have used other agencies and it would take days and hours to get back to us, whereas with CRIA, they immediately get back to us within minutes. CRIA has the best customer service, and that's what separates them from other agencies in the area.
When you choose to go with CRIA, you're choosing to buy a promise that, God forbid anything would happen to your business, they will be right there for you. Shopping for insurance is never easy and usually a lengthy process, but when it comes to CRIA, they're the ones to get it done for you. Choose them, you won't regret it.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor, featuring Case Construction, paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
The miking drill is a foundational drill that I teach all young players that sign up for my class. This drill teaches players to finish around the basket while using proper footwork. It's important for players to use the right hand on the right side and the left hand on the left side. I teach players to shuffle their feet and get low while exploding into the layup. Squaring feet and squaring shoulder is the key to consistency and timing around the basket. The miking drill is a foundational drill for every young player to learn in my class.
CCA field trips make learning come alive.
Customer convenience and world-class service?
Hoffman has it.
Our staff is here to prove it, and our customer reviews say it all. Regardless of where you purchased, Hoffman can provide warranty repairs and routine maintenance. Enjoy our out-of-the-weather service drive, customer lounge, shuttle service, and valet return. You don't have to imagine great service. You can live it because
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambavo halftime report here at Milton Hershey High School, site of the Mid-Penn Championships tonight. Cedar Cliff already has 1 gold medal that they're going to be taking back to their trophy case over at Coltland. But now they're looking to try to get another one here tonight, but they lead at the half 27-24. Gary Sutton, Pat Flannery with you, Jeff Thompson. Pat, you know, you played a lot of grinder games and coached a lot of grinder games at Bucknell. This is one of those games, it's a grinder game right now.
Well, what will be interesting is, this sounds crazy, but whoever's going to take some better shots in this half is going to team that can prevail. And one thing I've been so impressed with is this Charlie Warner. For somebody, I said before the game they weren't sure going to play, he's sure out there playing his tail off, and he's really a steady in presence.
Well, you can never measure heart, can you? He's out there tonight playing. He's the guy that glues his team together. You know, when you look at this Shippensburg team, they are mammoth. I mean, they really are brawn inside, and they really impose their will on you, especially in the offensive glass. We saw a lot of that in the first half, Jeff.
Well, they have 3 kids that combined weigh over about 650 pounds, and they scored 20 points in the first half. I expect them to just assault the backboards in the second half. They have to win this game.
Let's get a sense of the kind of game it was in the first half with our AT&T first half highlights. We'll take a look at those right now as we'll take us through here some of the plays that we saw that really made this first half an excellent one of basketball so far. So our AT&T first half highlights. There you see the start to the game, and those two guys, Sam Groove to Aiden Fry. Aiden Fry, a guy that just moves without the basketball everywhere.
Set the tone. They attacked them right from out of the gate. They attacked Shippensburg.
How about the first quarter for that guy, Tyler Hauser, with 10 points, and there he started out.
But Aiden Fry, you mentioned him. He had 9 points in the first half.
On the other end, Trayvon Cater answered with a nice strong move to the basket. Then baseline again, you see Hauser again with 2 of those 10. Hauser with a good rebound. It shows you he can take it the whole way, right? Look at this. Strong left-hand move. There's Charlie Warner kicking you out, and there's Aiden Fry again answering the bell.
Very unselfish.
Hauser says, I can do it downtown, too, out of the three-point line. Best look at House, and he showed, just in case the ref was unsure, he showed him that 3.
He can handle it. He can shoot the 3.
Look at this run by Sam Groove, beating the blocked shot, and then here's Hauser kicking it back out. Again, unselfish basketball.
Warner, big 3.
You see Warner?
This is his first game action in a month at least.
Yeah. Good hustle here by Irving Weller.
He's a really good outside shot.
How about that up and under move by Jason Statham on the other side. And then the big guy hammering it home, Anthony Smith.
Anthony Smith.
And then the stick back again, Anthony Smith. Heard that a lot in the first half. Quick break on the other end, ball fake there on the side. And another nice knockout. Aiden Fry might be the smartest player on the floor.
Yeah, he understands who he is and what he does well. And when a kid does that, he plays to his strengths.
So Jeremy Thomas not to be denied there. And then back on the other end, in for the easy 2, Jason Statham. And those are your first half highlights. Let's take a look at our Capital Blue Cross halftime stats. Jeff, you look right now at the rebounds, pretty close so far. Turnover 7-3 for the Colts. But they have done a pretty good job of kind of staving off the Shippensburg Greyhounds.
Well, the only thing that really jumps out at me is those 3-point shots. Aiden Fry with 1, Tyler with 1, and Charlie Werner with 1.
Well, that's the strength for Shippensburg. They're not shooting at 3, so they're 0 for 3 here to get started. And if that's not what they do, they're not going to change tonight.
So we get ready to start the second half here, and you look at those numbers and free throws so far: 6 out of 9, 4 out of 6. But the points is what matters so far in a close game, 27-24. And I think one of the keys here to start the second half, Pat Flannery, is going to be how well Tyler Hauser plays in that zone with 2 fouls. I mean, they're protected him with probably come out with the 2-3 zone here again, I would think. We'll see. But how well he plays and keeps a big guy off him with those 2 fouls. He sat almost 5 minutes in the second quarter.
And I'm sure the big thing with that, Coach, as you know, is what kind of fouls is he going to get? He needs to be aggressive. You can't just back off because you have fouls. So he needs to be aggressive. And he has 3 more to give, so let's see what they're like, because you're going to have to use them on Smith.
So they're checking the clock right now and the scoreboard and making sure that everything is right up there. I thought they were waiting for us for a second. So 27-24, we have it right.
Starting out straight man-to-man for Shippensburg.
So here's Charlie Warner to start the second half with the basketball for Cedar Cliff. They got Hauser back in there, obviously. We go back to that motion. Hauser. Smith guarding him. Hauser's going to drop step him right here. Hauser up into him. Great move by Hauser. Gets the ball back. Going to go up again. Hauser puts it back, and that one's going to miss as well. Rebound Thomas.
Yep. Coach got to be happy with getting that ball inside that way.
I like the fact that he leaned in that time. There was no squeamishness about it. He put his body into the big guy, trying to get the bucket.
No fade.
Ray Staber shouting out directions over there for his team. 2-3 zone here. They're protecting Hauser inside.
Need somebody in that middle. Let's see what they do, what kind of adjustments they made.
They bring the big guy back down and trying to isolate a little bit. So here's where you determine who you're not going to play on the outside and maybe drop them off to help Hauser.
Yeah, the perimeter people aren't even looking at the basket.
Right.
So I'm wondering how they're going to get somebody. They're stepping in the middle. There it is. Not sure that's a shot they want, but stepping in that middle.
Ball back now for Cedar Cliff.
I like this high post entry. It really brings them up high.
Hauser shows it, and Hauser runs up. Maybe a little too quick on the shot. Hauser going up under again. Hauser gets a little too far into the basket that time, and the rebound coming out of there is Grayson Michalek.
Guys, I'm not sure I saw a charge in either one of the games tonight. That's surprising.
Dump off underneath. Fry doubles back. Got a free shot out here. Up, not going to go, and finally does, and it's going to be a three off the hands of Trayvon Cater.
First three for Ship.
And Cater with his first points of the night. With that three, ties it up. Here's Charlie Warner. Hauser. Off to Trenton Smith. Baseline to Groom. Little down screen there, looking for Fry. They reset it. But they run a lot of nice stuff, don't they?
Oh.
And Hauser going up there and forcing the big guy into a foul. That's going to be the second foul now on Anthony Smith. So they're going right back inside against him.
And he forced the official to make that call, too.
Yeah, you really isolated down in there, and the official isolated right on that play.
And to your point, they stayed with it till they got what they wanted. Did they get him inside? They went back and forth 3 times.
Here's Hauser adding to his scoring already tonight. Now with 12 points in the game, Tyler Hauser.
Got to get that ball up a little higher on those post looks.
Yeah, I thought the last one was a little weaker than the other one down when he made the move a few minutes ago. That's 13 points in the game now for Tyler Hauser. Ups the lead to 2 points again. This is a good one here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 2-3 zone.
So now they're starting to flash Grayson.
And they're putting bodies on Smith the whole way across, even with their small guards. And now everybody converges down on him. But there you let open on the baseline then. Jeremy Thomas has got to pick your poison.
Yeah. Well, that pace is to Cedar Cliff. They got to do something not to open up the floor.
Jeremy Thomas with 7 points now in the ball game. Hauser has a drop step here again and comes up and underneath, and Hauser kind of a little half hook there. 15 points in the game for the big guy. 2-point lead for Cedar Cliff and a timeout on the floor. 5:20 to go in the third quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
31-29 with 25 seconds left in this timeout. Don't forget the Team PA AAU tryouts are coming this spring. Keep an eye out at teampahoops.com. And Advanced Hoops is offering a spring triple threat for kids 5 years old to high school level. A great alternative to AAU. Go to www.advancedhoops.com, and coming up at the end of the game is the Capital Blue Cross post-game show and the Hopman Ford Player of the Game and the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. Gary Sutton with you. Pat Flannery, head coach of Bucknell for 14 years, a national championship coach at Lebanon Valley College. Man, oh day, some pretty good memories there, Coach.
On the hardwood, nothing like it. Nothing like it.
Beating Kansas and Arkansas in March Madness.
Yeah, I'll keep those.
Yeah, hang around a little bit.
I'm not giving them back.
That kind of intensity on the floor here tonight, right? A few less fans maybe, but I'll tell you what, no less intensity.
They're getting after it.
They're looking for Smith here on this move.
We're playing for championships here, guys.
Yep. Can't beat February and March, can you?
Nah. Time of the year.
Cedar Cliff is trying to say right now, you're going to beat us, you beat us outside. And And Thomas says, well, I'm going to try to take the inside, but not the strongest shot coming down the lane.
Little running one-hander. Probably got it off ESPN highlight.
So how about a little man-to-man here on the other end is Hauser and Smith both have 2 fouls apiece. That's the premier matchup on the floor so far.
They got to frustrate Shippensburg by moving the ball.
Here's Hauser, right back. Cedar Cliff does not take bad shots. And there's Grube finding a way to take a good shot and getting it on home, and Grube in there for 2.
Again, good patience.
Sam Grube with 4 points in the ball game tonight.
Back to the 2-3.
4:15 to go here in the third. Back up to a 4-point lead now for the Colts. Jump shot baseline. You'll take that all night long for Cedar Cliff. Out ahead is Fry, and Fry up and in, and another quick play by Fry, who seems to always be the guy running without the basketball. He's got 11 points in the game.
Great breakout off of a tough shot.
And you get a timeout from Ray Staver. We'll take one as well. 3:49 to go in the third. Back up to a 6-point lead for Cedar Cliff. And it's all happening here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
And I think that timeout, guys, might have been about shot selection. Jeff, what do you think?
Well, I think they were, Coach Staver was a little disappointed in Anthony's last shot. He probably wants him to get inside and get back to work.
You think you want to get some touches for Smith, too, just about every possession of the half court, wouldn't you? This time a skip pass. Back to the outside it goes. And this time, they throw it over top of the zone, and Trayvon Cater buries the 3.
Got to be happy with Cater hitting 2 threes. That will certainly stretch you.
Here's a little 1-3-1 trap at half court again.
Our Coach Staver's specialty.
Aiden Fry pulls up, and man, he had the free 3. He might have been happy to take that instead of where he went because he got blocked. There's Hauser, tipped out by Smith. Smith going hard to the basket, and I'll tell you what, they were trying to get the foul before he went up. I think they're going to give him the 2 points.
He ran right through that foul.
He took them to the basket. He might have dunked the opponent.
And he gets the points, does Smith. Anthony Smith, 2 more to add to his total. 10 points in the game. He goes to the line now to try to finish it off. Take a look at this.
He's very agile, isn't he?
Remember that past 40 seconds we just saw, guys.
And he misses the shot here, does Smith. 35-34, still a 1-point lead for Cedar Cliff. They're using that 1-3-1. You talk about those long bodies out there. That can make that 1-3-1 look awfully wide.
Yeah, it's hard to throw those skip passes when they're that long.
You know what else the 1-3-1 does? It's kind of like the 2-2-1. If you're impatient at all, you get beat like that. There's Hauser, though, picking up the trash and putting it away, and Hauser says, I'm right here.
Hung in there.
I'd like to diagram that play.
I think Cedar Cliff would like to diagram that one, too. They'd like more of that. There's your pull-up. Nice smooth stroke that time off Jaden Statham.
What a crossover.
Yeah.
9 points for Statham now in the game. He kind of disappeared for a while, and yet he chips in whenever they need him. How about Smith out there playing out in the lanes against the big guy Hauser? You got to be playing perimeter defense with the best of them.
These kids can all play in the perimeter.
Charlie Warner just keeps distributing, probing for the right shot.
Got to keep cutting hard.
Hauser looking.
Nah.
Nobody going to take a bad shot here. 1:59 to go in the quarter. Here's Charlie. Then Trenton Smith. Trenton Smith trying to find a way to get up. Gets it jammed by Smith. What a great pass. Beautiful pass. Coming off the side that time by Thomas. And finishing off is McCulloch.
Ran the floor there with his head up, seeing the whole floor.
And the first time tonight, a lead here by Shippensburg. 38-37, first lead in the game here at the 1:31 mark.
Got to keep cutting hard. They're letting him stand.
Cedar Cliff right now, your answer is going to be a great possession. Warner Hard move to the basket. Warner trying to scoop it up underneath. And he hurt his shoulder again, did Statham. You can see it. His shoulder went down, and he said, I'm okay. But his shoulder went out. They're going to have to put it back in place there again.
I believe it's his labrum. He's got a torn labrum, and he'll pop it out and come right back in.
That's amazing. You saw him put it down. You saw him look over the bench and said, okay, I'm going to need a little help here. So the trainer over there putting it back up on his shoulder.
Should be a timeout, though.
Yeah, strapping it in. And that's exactly what they're going to call a timeout. 38-37, Shippensburg leads it now. 1:09 to go in the third, and we're going to stay right here because it's a very short timeout, and we have it back in play here. Largest lead of the game is at 20-9 at 2:10 in the second quarter. This is the first lead now for Shippensburg, and they have come back. New man into the game here is Spencer Eddy. There's Smith, kicks it wide. That guy's had a hot hand from three-point landing. Looks again, he's going to take one more, and he says, I think I can make it again, and he does.
That's three. There's your outside shooter.
And widens that zone out in a hurry, doesn't he, when he makes those shots?
Three big ones.
42 seconds to go to the third quarter. 41-37, largest lead of the night now for Shippensburg. And Charlie Warner is jammed, but the ball belongs to Cedar Cliff.
Charlie's missing a little bit of the spring he had earlier in the season, but boy, is he a competitor.
Great word.
There's Ty Sabercool over there on the side, exhorting his troops. And there's Smith up, can't get it to go. Hustled by Hauser, Smith on him. Hauser back out. 28 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Hauser and Smith are getting to know each other pretty well, aren't they?
A lot of respect.
Charlie Warner, good screen by Hauser. Nothing home right now. Good defense here by Shippensburg. 14 seconds to go. Got to start the move right now at 10 seconds. Here goes Warner. Warner down the lane. Dishes it back out. Groove's got it. And Groove's going to walk with it. You got 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, they're really playing. They're playing Fry so hard. They're not letting him see anything.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't get down here and put a little pressure in the backcourt with 4 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Can't get ahead of steam. There we go. Finally, they heard you, coach.
Here comes Fry. Yep. You don't want him just coming up there unmolested without having a little pressure on him. Back in there, Statham. Statham lets it go. Statham almost banks it, and Edwards gets the rebound to end the third quarter. Got a new sheriff in town at Shippensburg. We head to the fourth. They lead at 41-37. This is High School Sports Live TV. The Mid-Penn Championships on ABC 27.3.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Momentum belonged to Shippensburg in that third quarter. And Pat Flannery, what did Shippensburg do in the third to get this 4-point lead as we head to the fourth?
Well, first of all, Catter hit a couple threes, which really stretched him a little bit. And I thought they played with a little more pace and a little more, a little more patience.
How about the stats for that third quarter, Jeff?
Well, Travion was 3 for 3 from 3, and that's really the only difference. Really the only difference.
He stretched that zone out in a hurry with those threes. Now you get the post in there. And no call as Smith just took Hauser right out of the play and put it in, and Smith continues when he gets the ball inside to score at will.
And my man on the baseline's not calling that one.
12 points in the game now for Smith. This is a big possession right here, you sense, for Cedar Cliff.
Don't you sense it?
6-point lead right now.
Take it at him, big boy.
Yep, and Hauser's going to go right at him. He leans on Hauser. Hauser dumps underneath to Edwards. Edwards, no place to get a shot off there. The only guy who can get a shot inside is actually going to be Hauser. He's got the size. Everybody else, he seems like get blocked.
4 out. They got good size.
There's Hauser, pulls it up, needs his bucket and gets it. big time bucket from Tyler Hauser.
Big players, big moments.
He was so calm on that shot, too.
Yeah. I got him for 17 right now in the game. He averages 20. There's that flex look. There's the isolation again. Turnaround play, not going to go. Hauser gathers in the rebound. There goes Fry. He'll pull it back out. 43-39. Shippensburg leads at 6:42 to go in this game.
If you don't have numbers, make them work.
It's a hard working game. A lot of blue collars and hard hats out there. There's Fry off a set piece. Fry not going to bury it.
Good
Pulled
look.
down by Thomas. Yeah, they got the shot they wanted.
Yeah, they went underneath the zone. He stepped back. Great read, great delivery.
Stadium, even with a bad arm right now, looks so strong with the basketball out there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think a point guard, it looks like that.
Yep.
Inside it goes. Good position of defense by Groove. Thomas up strong. It's going to be a charge.
There we got one.
How about, and who was it? Aiden Fry taking the charge again. Just standing there. That's a tough little guy. Well, you like to play Aiden Fry, don't you? I mean, he moves without the basketball. He plays defense. He takes timely shots. And there, watch him come across. Weak side, he says, I'm going to take it on the big guy.
And he did. He just took 240 pounds.
First turnover this half for Shippensburg. How about that?
And only 3 in the first half.
A very well played game.
Well coached game. I love the fact Smith's out there denying Hauser out on the wing. Outside playing perimeter defense.
Can't get too deep on him. He's just so strong.
Charlie Warner, look at that handoff. And then who is it? Fry again. Moving without the basketball, but give credit to Charlie Warner with another great dish. 13 points now for Fry. 2 in your heart for Charlie Warner right there.
Yeah, great look, great unself.
Aiden stepping up to the plate.
Well, he has for them all year.
Ball loose on the floor, and there's the big guy going up, and the big guy goes in strong again. When he gets the ball, it's like putting clamps around it.
Yeah, and that was Fry that knocked out loose. They just couldn't pick it up.
Well, they used to call those garbage points, but I think it's hard-working points.
14 points now for Smith. 4-point lead for Shippensburg. Hauser looks at the three, lets it go. Not a good shot. Kind of thought twice about it. This was a much better shot. That's called high percentage, ladies and gentlemen. 19 points for Tyler Hauser, a great dish.
They really stayed with the play, stayed after it.
Look at that battle inside. Hauser winning that battle as well against Smith. Down the court it comes. Trenton Edwards going in for the tie, and he ties it up. Hauser with a big-time play right there. Trenton Smith with his first deuce of the night. We got a tie. 4:35 to go in the Mid-Penn Championship. Timeout, Shippensburg. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is the Mid-Penn Championship of High School Sports Live to be on ABC 27.3.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Welcome back. Milton Hershey High School. We got ourselves a championship match here, 45-45. And we got a whole lot of players. But down in the post right now is no place for the weak of heart, Pat Flannery.
No, the other place that's not weak at heart is on ball pressure and handling the basketball, because both teams are getting handles on everything. And what's so exciting about this is how hard they're at each other.
Jeff, rebounding was the name of the game early, but this half is a little bit different.
Well, Cedar Cliff has found their legs, and they're really denying them on the offensive boards, and I think that may be the difference.
I like the fact that Tyler Hauser went proactive that time, went up and fronted Smith down in the post, which he hadn't done all night, and thus kept away from getting that third foul. Here's Smith out there at the top. They let him drive before. Here he goes again. Let's see if he does it. They're going to call for a walk. That worked in the first half. He went one-on-one and Hauser and scored. This time, a little unsure when he got down there.
The only time he turns his back to the basket, people are coming at him from both wings, as they should be.
That was a pretty good spin move.
I thought so. Just such a big lad.
Here's Warner trying to get the lead back for his team. Looking for a backdoor for Hauser, and Hauser started it.
Call a foul.
And they called a foul away from the ball. That's going to be the third one on Smith. That's a big foul. Somehow, is Ty Sabercall asking for a shooting foul there? That's a long stretch.
I think he's calling his offense elbow, but he did grab him.
Herbie Weller back into the game now, and he'll replace Cedar, who has all the threes tonight so far for this team, but Weller, pretty good shooter himself. Charlie Warner can shoot it too. Charlie Warner missing that one. Rebound, Trenton Edwards. Trenton Smith again. This one, another three. That one's going to go away. Lift around. Hauser, up. He's going to draw the fourth foul.
Yeah, that's not on.
I think it might be on number
Smith.
30, Grayson Machalik.
Smith kind of drifted out of there, didn't he? He was up at the free throw line, and Hauser stayed in there.
And you're right, this is a tale of two halves of rebounding.
Yeah.
Cedar Cliff's looking great on the boards.
They actually get Thomas for the foul there. He gets his second. Shot is up and good. 21 points in the game now for Hauser.
Don't you feel they're rebounding as a team?
They're doing a great job in the offensive boards the second half with 6 offensive rebounds so far as Hauser buries another one. Hauser playing a great game here again tonight. He's got 22 points and back up to a 2-point lead go. The Colts under 4 to play. Possessions start to get magnified here down the stretch. Thomas, nice dump by Thomas into Smith, and Smith with an easy bucket, but Thomas gets credit on that play for a wonderful pass.
Good eyes.
15 points now in the game for Thomas. Cedar Cliff spreads it out a little bit. Aiden Fry. Aiden Fry says, I'll go to the rack. Hauser again, trying to get it. He can't get this one. Taken out of there by Herbie Weller. Oh, that almost should have been a walk, maybe. There's Thomas, can't get it. Thomas taps it. Back up again, missed again by Shippensburg. They had 3 chances and couldn't get it home. And the ball goes back over to the Colts, and they dodged 3 bullets that time.
Yeah, Thomas, a really quick jumper.
Herbie was point blank for that tip in.
You have to put so much body on Thomas and Smith that there's going to be people open.
And a timeout for Ty Sabercall. We have a tie score, 3:03 left in the Mid-Penn Championship. We'll be back with more on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
The micing drill is a foundational drill that I teach all young players that sign up for my class. This drill teaches players to finish around the basket while using proper footwork. It's important for players to use the right hand on the right side and the left hand on the left side. I teach players to shuffle their feet and get low while exploding into the layup. Squaring feet and squaring shoulders is the key to consistency and timing around the basket. The micing drill is a foundational drill for every young player to learn in my class.
And welcome back to Milton Hershey High School, 47-47. What do they talk about in the huddles right now, Pat Flannery?
Well, it's such a time you prepare for. So I really believe that watching them play tonight and what coach has done for Cedar Cliff, they're going to come out and try to run one of those zipper cuts and try to get their 3. Hauser has to get touches, but that's what they're going to run. At the other end of the floor, I mean, they've had a couple point blanks. They just got to keep going on the boards. But I really like this Thomas. He's the guy that they go to. He's really the guy that they go to. He makes a lot happen.
He made a couple of really fine passes inside for Smith.
Yeah, Thomas is a really good passer. You don't realize that, you know, a guy covers a lot of territory in a hurry. So the ball belongs to Cedar Cliff. 3 minutes to play. They're going to put a lot of value on this shot, you got to think. There it is, backdoor, set piece. Oh, they had it. They had an alley-oop to Trenton Smith. Aiden Fry goes back up. He misses it. Yanked down out of there by Herbie Weller. Wow.
Yeah, just come down and go up with that. Good look. Play on. Play on.
Boy, that was a set piece, and they got exactly what they want, a little alley-oop to a guy you'd least suspect getting it.
Little curl on the backside.
Oh, you're going to post up Thomas. Look at Thomas strong. And Thomas going to draw the foul. Nice isolation piece that time for Ray Staver. They ran Smith through and then isolated Thomas on the other side on the block.
Little duck in. Boy, Smith, though, back screen lob. Just catch that ball and finish.
What a great call out
both of those big guys.
What a great call out of the timeout there. But here's Thomas at the line. 1 out of 1 so far tonight, and got a nice stroke there and puts it home. You talked about it during the season a lot, Pat. You find out a lot about your free throw shooters when they shoot inside the last 3-4 minutes of the game when the game's on the line.
You know, I don't know many people that chart that other than certain places, but that's huge.
Second one up, look at that stroke. That is a sweet stroke there. He's got 9 points on the evening, but his value's been far greater than that.
Yeah.
Cedar Cliff down by 2, 2:30 to go. They need a big bucket here. There's Aiden Fry again, back to Werner. They recycle it again. Charlie Warner finds a lane to the basket, gets stopped there. Back out it comes. Trenton Smith has it. Back to Groom. Look at him covering Warner right now. Trying to take him out of the game. Warner, pick that Groom. Baseline. What a great job by Groom coming along baseline, moving out the basketball. Groom now with 6 points in the game. Tied up again. Tough move. Rebound Cedar Cliff. 1:53 to go. Under 2 minutes to play. Cedar Cliff now with their turn.
Groom really played well the other night when the other 2 guys were out. I really thought he came of age.
Tonight he's playing more of his natural position.
Yeah.
He had to play a lot of point guard the other night. Tonight he's back as kind of the guy that let Warner handle the basketball. Timeout, Ty Sabercool, 1:36 to go. We'll take a break. 49-49. Don't you leave that dial right now. Stay home because we got a championship being decided down the stretch on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Pat Flannery, you're not Ty Sabercool, but if you're calling a play right here, who's going to touch the basketball in this key situation?
Well, you got to go to your horse, and in this case, Hauser, as they're going to get him, how are they going to get him the ball, I think. It's not a matter of when, it's how are they going to get him the basketball. They'll lift him on the elbow here.
Here's the 1-3-1 coming out of the timeout for Ray Staver.
Change defense.
Good move by both coaches here. Now you got to get a 2-1-2 look here maybe.
And now they can hold the ball if they want to. So You're not a man-to-man. They could go last shot if they want to against this.
They're really trapping pretty hard a couple quarters. Might leave a man wide open here. Like that guy. How about Trenton Smith? Smith says, give me a shot at it, coach. I'll split that seam.
So I may have missed the last one, but I got that one.
51-49, 1:03 to go in this one. Now Shippensburg has the pressure back on their offense. And who do you go to here? How about the big guy maybe, or how about Thomas? That's going to be a foul against Cedar Cliff. Only the 5th team, or maybe the 3rd team foul against them.
Everything's played off of Thomas with them. They've been doing this for 3 minutes now.
Jeremy Thomas touches his hands every half-court possession. Now look, they got that little stack they got going on here. Watch what they do.
Oh, he's standing there.
Thomas underneath. They jammed him again. And he's going to miss again. Does Hauser get it? Hauser's on the floor. Hauser's got it. Foul call from behind. It's going to be on Thomas. And I thought Thomas got nailed a couple times in there, but no call.
Do you see who blocked that shot, though? That was number 14, Trenton Smith.
Trenton Smith is coming up big here at the end of the game from nowhere. Let's keep it right here. 47.7 seconds to go. And Jeff, what a series right there.
That was unbelievable. They had some point-blank range shots, and Cedar Cliff came up with the ball. But I want to talk about Trenton Smith. He missed that back door, and he's come back with 2 tremendous plays.
Great point. Yeah, he missed on that alley-oop set play out of the last timeout. And then he comes back here. He sees the seam in the zone. He splits and he goes in for an unfettered layup. Down here, he makes the defensive play for the backside, Pat. And now Cedar Cliff with a chance to get into a 2-possession lead here.
Yeah, and that's those kind of plays, guys. They're not things that are taught. They're things that kids do over time. They're used to making that play. That's not the first time he took the ball and went to make a winning play. He's done that over and over and over, and that's what big players do at big time. Same thing with Thomas had an opportunity there to be able to score, and a play was made behind him.
Well,
a lot of time.
He had a hard time going to his right hand.
So what are you calling the timeout right here if you're Ray Staver? You want to put some pressure. I imagine they're going to come down with some kind of pressure in the backcourt.
Well, I'm thinking they have to be able to play man and trap out of that and go hard with it. Protect the rim with your big boy, but they got to make Cedar Cliff make as many passes as they can in the half court here.
Cedar Cliff's lining up here to break the press. You got your big man in the middle who usually is the pressure release there. Now Smith is staying back right now, at least for the moment.
And as we get a little later, it looks like Cedar Cliff obviously has a whole lot of kids that can shoot the ball on the floor for free throws.
There you go, get it into Smith's hands. Smith's going to get trapped right here, gets fouled again.
Can't hold it that long.
But that's going to be on Thomas. And for Thomas, that's foul number 3, or is it 4? Foul number 4 for Thomas now, so he can't foul anymore. You don't want him out of there.
For Cedar Cliff, you want to see them attack and try to score out of this.
Yeah, you can't hold the basketball here. There's Fry. You got a whole lot of good shooters out there right now. But again, you still...
He's calling the foul.
And there's the foul. And the guy they chose to foul right here is going to be Charlie Warner. And when you look at Warner on the season for free throws, how about 77.5%?
It's a pretty good number.
Take your chance with those percentages stepping in there right now. First time to the line tonight for him.
How many of these games you see here now, depending on makes or miss, is decided on offensive rebounds. So you got to box out if you're Shippensburg.
There's a big one right there for Charlie Warner. What a difference maker he's been back in the lineup tonight for this team.
Just looks so calm.
Charlie Warner, who hadn't played the last few games, got hurt in the Williamsport game. They lost by 7. Now this one puts it on a 2-possession lead.
Just smooth. Somebody's got to put their head down and go to the basket. You can't fool around here. You just got to go to the basket.
There it is. You get jammed. You get jammed. You get jammed. You need 3 seconds. They're going to call the foul. Now, it's a foul on the shot.
It's only the 3rd team foul.
That's right. If the foul's not on the shot, you have to bring it in again.
They could get this down to 12 with fouls.
So here you go. Now they're going to line up in a little bit of a triple stack. You got to think there's going to be something on the inside here with this one. And they're going to call timeout as Ray Staver. 30-second timeout. We'll take one as well. 53-49. 26 seconds to go to the Mid-Penn Championship on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 4 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Genesis of York, and Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover. The Giambavo family dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 4 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
28 seconds to go. Pat Flannery, you're back in Ray Staver's huddle again here for Shippensburg. You're down 2 possessions with a few seconds to go in this Mid-Penn Championship. I know you like Thomas a lot. Is that who's going to touch it here for you in this situation?
Yeah, I would definitely. He makes good decisions. He's a good passer. I'd like to put him on the same side as Trayvon Cater. I don't think you can play that way. Not that you need a 3 right now, but you need an open shot. Everything looks like they're looking at staring at Smith, and the entire Cedar Cliff team is there.
How do you think about this? 26 seconds ago, and so many times teams start thinking about 3s, but you got plenty of time here for 2 deuces.
Coach put in his 2 big guys underneath there. I know he has timeouts. He's going to want to go offense after this.
Ty Saberpool says, I'll put 6'11" and 6'9". Here's your 3-point shooter. He's made them all night long. And does he make it this time? No. And there is one of the big guys with that rebound. Hauser's got it. And the foul is going to be called. And it's going to be on Smith, I believe.
Great look for Cater.
Boy, Tyler Hauser has been huge tonight, but never more huge at his 6'9" frame than in that moment, grabbing a huge rebound. I thought Cater had the 3. It looked like it was going to kind of just drip over the top.
Front of the rim.
And the shot was contested enough to just throw it off that much.
He's been so deadly all night long. I think that might be one of the first 3s he's missed all night. Now these are big. You get a chance to put it up now on 2 long possessions, which is 2 3s. So all you have to do is play the 3-point line the rest of the way down here if you make this one.
Make sure you pick them up below the foul line if you're at Cedar Cliff. If you're Shippensburg, you still got to take it to the hole.
Look at Hauser. Again, 2 more.
Here again.
24 points for Hauser again tonight.
Look at that job by
There's
Fry.
your first 3 look. Off the back of the iron. Not going to go. Hauser again chasing it down. Save. Who's got it? Charlie Warner. Charlie Warner ducking out of there. Charlie Warner keeps it alive, and finally it's fouled by Smith. And Cedar Cliff. 6-point lead with 8.5 seconds to go, and the Colts, who looked down and out tomorrow a week ago, like they wouldn't even win their division, here they are now on a Thursday night, 8.5 seconds away from a state championship. That has yet to be determined yet, but a league championship. Shot is up. It's not going to be good for Warner. And coming down the court, they're going to let Thomas go out here. Long three, not going to go. Rebound by Smith. Rebound back up by Smith. He's going to get fouled with 0.7 seconds to go in this game. As Smith will go to the line, but a harmless foul at this particular point.
Well, Milton Hershey is going to be in Cedar Cliff's heart for a while. Not only did they get into this because of Milton Hershey, but now they're going to win it here, both the boys and the girls.
And they
may stay here. They may stay here.
That is the irony of it all.
Yeah.
They won a championship a few years ago under a different coach, and now Ty Sabercool, Jim Rowe had them the last time they were in here. And this one is going to be a miss, and that is it, 54-49. Cedar Cliff is your mid-Penn champion for 2022. And you see a happy Ty Sabercool in his charges. And a gutsy effort tonight as Charlie Warner came back. He was the glue to this team. And look at the celebration there on the other side. Shippensburg, an outstanding club. They're going to go to 18-3, and now they'll get ready to head to the districts, where they are going to be a tough out for someone in the districts. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game report, our Capital Blue Cross post-game analysis, and our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. And yes, our Hoffman Ford player of the game. All still ahead on the Mid-Penn Championships on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
If you're looking for a quality used vehicle at a great price,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford has the best pre-owned inventory, not to mention the best hometown buying experience in all of Harrisburg. With our market-driven pricing, you can be sure you're always getting the best deal. Plus, we'll give you top dollar for your trade. And you know who's got Harrisburg's best deals.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor, featuring Case Construction, paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
And welcome back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game report. And our first up, our analysis as Shippensburg getting their silver medals right now. That was not what they came here to play for tonight. But you know, when you play in a championship game, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose, my dad always told me. But they gave a winning effort here tonight. Pat Flannery, a real war here. It looked like Shippensburg kind of got it under control. There was a 6-point lead, but Cedar Cliff never said die.
No, they really did. I know we're going to talk about the big fellas for Cedar Cliff, but can't get off the air without talking about Werner, Smith, and Grobe. I mean, they just knew how to play. They were patient all night. They got the ball to the right people, and they fought so hard on the boards that I know the big guys bring them down, but I got to give them a lot of credit.
And how about Aiden Fry in there, too, chipping in 13 points and doing all the unmentionables. Add him to that small group that you talked about, and they did a great job. Trenton Smith at the end, maybe the hero, finding that seam in the 1-3-1 zone, and then making the great defensive play on the other end. And they ended the game in style here, Jeff.
They sure did. A 10-2 run to end the game. That's called a finisher. Mariano Rivera.
There you go. And you take a look right here. coming down with getting the medals. Ty Sabercool with a big smile on his face. He's worked hard with this club over the last 6 years, and what a great effort here tonight. Well coached.
Well, thanks so much for picking me up on the turnover, but you're right. I mentioned those 3 and Fry. Those 4 kids on the outside were dynamite, and boy, did Hauser come to play. He's been impressive. He was real impressive tonight.
You know, I want to mention that because they had 3 or 4 kids with injuries, and those other kids stepped up at that time, and they just kept stepping up.
Got experience.
There you see a coach who put together a team over the last week, and I got to tell you, a lot of people had them down and out. We walked out last week, and they had to have Milton Hershey, as you said, beat Palmyra for them to get into this championship. They win the other night in a close one, and then they come in here tonight and beat this one out at 55-49 over a very, very good Shippensburg team who's going to maybe have a lot more games to play during the District 3 playoffs, as will hopefully Cedar Cliff going into District 3 playoffs with their whole contingent back now and operating on all cylinders. You talked tonight about the effort this evening. Let's take a look right now at our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game tonight. There were a lot of big-time plays out here, and I'm not sure what Chad Edwards has dialed up for us, but let's take a look right now. How about this? Hauser coming right down the lane for that high percentage shot. After missing a shot, they got it back. He came right down the lane without the basketball, and that's what you call an apostrophe, an exclamation point, and a period at the end of the sentence.
Well, the very next play, he stole the ball defensively, too. That gave him the confidence to play good defense down at the other end.
Well, you might not have kept this secret the best one here tonight, but the Hopman Ford player of the game here this evening with 24 points. Yeah, the big guy sat on the bench for a while there in the first half, but man, did he make it pay in the second half. 24 points, Tyler Hauser in his senior year coming out here tonight, and let's take a look at his body of work.
Whole lot of different ways, too, guys. A little short jumper. He hit the 3. He did a yeoman's work on the road. And there he is, taking it coast to coast for a layup. You can't do more than that.
He battled inside, too. He looked D1 out there.
I love the way he played tonight. He was physical, going up against maybe the most physical guy he'll face all year long, Mr. Smith. And then another one downtown, and he helped the ref with that three-point call, didn't he?
Well, they did something there at halftime because as soon as they came out, they went to him. And I think Coach said, hey, listen, we're going to get on your back, and that set the tone for the second half, I think.
And I thought Tyler Hauser sitting him out there at the end of the first half for those last 4 or 5 minutes and buying time and still walking in with the lead at halftime was a really smart coaching move on his part.
Well, let's shout out to his younger brother who had his back in the end of the first half, and he played very, very well to end that half.
Well, let's give a shout-out to Ty Sabercool, who switched to that zone there at the end of the half to guard his team a little bit. They didn't have Hauser in there, and they didn't suffer because of the zone. In fact, they thrived on it for a little while there and kept that lead. Final thoughts on tonight's championship, Pat?
Well, I thought, again, you talked about Coach, and that's where I always start. And he kept them off balance all night. He came out of some timeouts, threw a zone when they were man. All of a sudden, you got Shippensburg looking to the bench to what we're going to get in. So I'll give them all the credit, and the kids executed. What a great win for Cedar Cliff across the whole school tonight with the guys and the gals.
Well, now we're going to be one partner short tomorrow night because we have tomorrow night the York Boys Championship in the York Area League down at the York School of Technology. And our one partner here, we're going to feel naked without you, Jeff.
Well,
you're going on vacation tonight, but you're going to be watching somewhere on TV, we hope, tomorrow, right?
I'm going to be watching in Georgia on TV, you two guys, because I'll wish I was here. That was so much fun tonight. That was just one fine basketball game, and I have to give credit to both teams. It was a lot of fun.
And we're going to be missing Jim Gallagher tomorrow night as well. Good grief. I mean, we're missing half our team here. I don't know how we're going to go on here, Pat.
That's the one I'm missing is Jim.
Yeah, Jim's. We got a lot of love for Jeff, too. Hey, thanks to Jim tonight. Great job in the stats all season long. Thanks to Jeff. Wonderful commentary tonight. Really appreciate it. Thanks to TJ and Chad and Josh and the whole camera crew out there tonight for Invicta. They bring you these pictures all season long. We are so fortunate to be able to have such a great crew. And thanks to Charlie Fortney for making this all happen. To Brandy Trossel for gathering up a lot of the information and sending it to us. We had a wonderful time bringing this championship tonight. And again, your final score, 55-49. There are 2 gold medals going back to New Cumberland to Colt Heaven. And that's where it is tonight. It's Heaven in Coltland, where Cedar Cliff has won both the golds here tonight, and they're going back home a happy bunch. Thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow night for the York Boys Championship, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3. I'm Gary Sutton. Have a great evening.